hello fellow takers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are back in the E50. Yes, my favorite machine, E50. We are back in it and we're gonna have a game on steps. It's going to be a dandy, guys, so hold on to the last minute of the game. Trust me, it is going to be good. It's been a while since I got an ace tanker in this tank, but it hasn't been a while since the last time you've seen it on my channel, because you just recently saw a video of this tank on my channel on which I put up about 6k damage. But this is a completely different game, and the other one we basically run over the opposition. This one is gonna go down to the wire, so I hope you will enjoy that. Also, we're going to talk about tactical retreat in this game, because strategically I think I played this game really well. Maybe not at the end of the game, but for majority of the game, let's put it that way. So I think we're gonna cover some tactical retreat aspects and how to take advantage of your camping teammates and get them into the game, get them into the battle. And sometimes it does pay off in your advantage, and you will see what I'm talking about here. So normally, before the start of the game, I'm trying to figure out what to do, and I know exactly what is my retreat plan. Usually on this map, I like going to 9-0 lines. That's usually where I go, especially in a medium tank. But because this is E50 and it fights with the heavies, you go into the heavy corner, right? And that's basically what I did. I took this tank back into the heavy line. This is usually where heavies like to brawl. So yeah, I decided to come here and getting early shots of damage here because one of our friendlies decide to YOLO. So basically what that does, it distracts the enemy. So I'm taking advantage of the situation. So very early damage here, which is very good for me. And for those of you that want to improve your damage numbers, the obvious thing is that it is important to get early damage in the game as well as late damage in the game. And that's what really separates an amazing Unicom players from your average player. Basically, they know how to get their damage early and they know how to close out the game and get their damage late. So I don't know if you guys have noticed this yet or not, but my aim circle is not shrinking fast enough in this game. And that's I haven't realized that myself in the game as well, because I was apparently playing only with gun rammer. I didn't have vert stabs or gun laying drive on this tank at the time that I was playing. I sold them for to get equipment for my other tanks, so that was the problem. Anyway, it didn't matter in this game anyway. I think I pulled off pretty good result, but this E100 here is going to be a problem because I won't be able to pen him with my AP rounds. I'm gonna have to load APCR, and even with APCR I can only penetrate his lower plate or that bar at the top of his turret. Here I'm gonna track him nicely, picking up some assisted damage here, but in a second here he's gonna pen my turret, and you're gonna see that there we go. I lose half of my health just by that. So you gotta be really careful with those tier 10s, because when they pen you, especially 100s or tank destroyers like T110 E4, when they hit you and they pen you, they take a lot of your health. So you have to be really careful. And take a look at that shot. Oh my goodness, that's not known with E50's gun accuracy to be missing shots like this, but unfortunately that wasn't the case here. Should have picked up another shot of damage, but regardless, now that's not a good shot. I basically tried to damage his gun here, and I didn't know whether I can do it or not. So yeah, and now as you can see, guys, I realized all of a sudden that we're getting really run over on this side. So there's one heavy tank left over, and I know he's gonna die, and unfortunately I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry, buddy, but in order to save the game, sometimes you have to make decisions like that. And that's basically what I did here. I made that decision, and this is what I call a tactical retreat. Because if I stayed there and I wanted to help him, and I stressed this many times in many of my games, you guys have to know what your fallback plan is, and you have to know at which point to drop. Because if you drop too late, then basically you're gonna die. But if you drop too early, you're not maximizing your damage output. So keep that in mind, guys. So as you can see, I have dropped close to my friendlies, especially the waffle. There's a tier 10 waffle that's sitting right at H7, so I know he's there, so he can supply me with some firepower. He must not be a very good player, or I don't know if he's a good player or not, but I know one thing: if he sees tanks and if he sees these guys actually rolling and trying to take me out, I'm pretty sure he's going to help. So that was kind of my thinking at this point in time. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw this E75 over the ridge and paying attention to the line tank, obviously, because I want to make sure he actually clears. He's not coming back. So I wanted to draw both of these guys over here. As you can see, this E75 actually, yeah, he wants to take me out. He wants me real bad. So he gets tracked. I'm going to track him one more time. And yeah, bye. So now we're going to focus our fire on this fatherland. And he's not looking at me. So I was actually thinking, should I aim manually? Should I just auto aim? But, you know, it's his side, so I should be able to pen him. So I decided just to auto aim. And it works pretty good. And just like that, we tied the game. Only because we dropped here, and I managed to drop here and draw these guys towards my friendlies, and that's the only reason we were able to clean up. Okay, so the next step is you see this E1, there's an E100 and ISM at H5. But right now you can see I'm not really, I don't care about them. I don't want to engage them. What I want to do is I want to clean up their behind. And you should always think about that, guys. If you're trying to engage the guys that are front line, there's always someone behind that's going to shoot at you. So what you should be doing is clean up that guy that will be shooting at you first. Then you can go around and flank the guys that you really want to shoot at. So that's exactly what I've done here. Now I checked here to make sure that there's no one else. So now I'm clear. I'm clear to come up here, and I'm going to engage this ISM. We're going to track him and draw some damage at the same time, but he does use his repair kit. And we're going to try to drop back here and angle the best I can, but he does manage to penetrate my lower plate. So we managed to track him again. Let's see if our friendlies can help us clean him up a little bit, and hopefully we can reload before he does. And yes, we do. We take him out. So now we're going to try to take a look and see where the C100 is. He's right here, and I'm awfully scared right now because I got no health left. So I'm not even going to try to engage him right now. I'm just going to try to hide. I'm just going to try to draw him out. He's looking at me, so definitely not. I don't want to engage him at this point. So I want to just basically try to draw him out, one thing. And second, my T32 friendly, actually, I got to give him props. He was playing a really good game. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to probably pull this game off. He put up some nice damage. So he actually went around and flanked the E100 and put a shell into his behind. Now, I put myself in a safer position now. When E100 was distracted by the T32, I actually put myself behind that hill over here to make sure that I could draw separation between myself and E100. And right now he's not paying attention to me, so we're going to try to aim a shot at his behind. And I don't auto-aim at E100s ever, guys, because if you auto-aim at E100s, forget about it. It usually bounces. So sometimes you can auto-aim at, sometimes you don't. So you just have to keep that in mind. So here we cleaned up really nice, and as you can see, we were losing this game really bad. And that decision to fall back and kind of get our base campers into action, this is probably the best strategy in game that you can find. Not on every map you'll be able to do that, but in this case I was able to do that, and that was the exact thinking. Make them useful. It's a team game. You can't do it all by yourself, and that's the main point. Oh, I should have penned that shot. I don't know. It missed. Again, that aim circle is squeezing so slow. But here we managed to penetrate him, and we take him out of the game. So now it's 5v2. We should be able to finish this game fairly easy, right? Okay, let's see what happens here, guys. So, because I'm 0 health, well, I got what, 33 health points left? Well, I don't know what it is. I can't see it on a small screen here. But I'm almost dead. So the last thing I want to do is push first and see what this T32 does. He actually goes in first. And that's what I was hoping, I was really hoping my friendlies would do. I want them to be pushing first, especially the ones that have a little bit of health, because we are so low in health. And if you look at our team, actually 2 out of the 5 tanks that we have are basically almost dead. So the ones, usually in a situation like this, the tanks with health should be the ones that are pushing. Now here, I was trying to take a shot above that rail. It doesn't show, the reticle doesn't change, didn't change red, but I know for a fact that if you shoot through the rails, sometimes that shot will go through. So I'm gonna try that again later on. But here I know these guys are kind of locked in a corner. They both have very dangerous guns, so I don't really want to engage them. I don't want to come in close. I want to kind of stay here and wait for my opportunity to get the shots and let our guys that have health engage, right? So this T-32 is doing the right job. He's trying to engage and draw these guys out. And I'm just gonna hover around in the back here and wait for my opportunity. But the problem is, we have, what, 4 passive tanks at this point in time. No one is doing anything. And I was just getting frustrated here. I'm like, come on. They have only 2 tank destroyers. Even if they take 1 shot each, they basically take 1 tank or 2 tanks out. And here, yeah. You know what that was? That was impatience, guys. And I failed to get late damage in this game. Not only that, but I thought I actually threw just by doing that. So what happened here? That waffle, the tier 9 waffle, was on the other side of the rail. I didn't realize that at one point he sneaked over the rail and he came to our side. So basically what I was trying to do, I was trying to get behind the hill to engage the other tank destroyer. But because he was on our side, and for whatever reason he was paying attention to me, he took me out of the game. So yes, my mistake. And I was worried that I threw here because when I look at these guys, the guy like this that doesn't want to engage, he's got still quite a little bit of HP left. He doesn't want to engage. I know he's probably a one-shot still, but one of them have to sacrifice. One of them have to sacrifice to win this game. Yeah, and he misses shots like that. When you play with people like this, you know, sometimes it's not going to work. And I was worried that I threw this game. Really, I did. But fortunately, this T-32 turns out to be a decent player as well to carry for us at the end. Or clutch it at the end. So it's a victory, guys. Again, the game was almost perfect. Except for the last segment, where I think I could have done better. We lost some credits because we were shooting quite a few of APCR rounds, but we did manage to put up 5.2k damage. We had also 422 assisted damage and 1280 blocked shots. We got Mastery Ace Tanker. I can't remember the last time I got an Ace Tanker in E50. It must have been a long time ago because my recent recollection, I don't remember this happening. Even in my 6k game, I got class 1 mastery. It wasn't an ace tanker. So it's nice to get an ace tanker in this tank. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It had a few educational points. I hope you take something out of it for your benefit. Go and check out Clone Guy 72 and Garadingi. I'll leave links to their channels in the description section below. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking. Space Bandit checking out.